Here's a quick look at the market and the trades from the eMiniDayTrader.com perspective for Wednesday, April the 22nd, 2009. As we usually do, we start off here taking a look at the overnight session, which is right here. We had yesterday's session right here. We were expecting follow through higher, and of course this is today's session here. We didn't get that follow through higher until much later. Later meaning this morning. It wasn't all that surprising that it waited until today, but the sell-off down here, I'd mentioned that the 39 area would likely hold as support. Well, it got a little bit below that, got down as low as I think 35 before it had its move higher, and did have a very nice move higher. As a matter of fact, it totally erased the gap and attempted to show acceptance even higher. But late in the day, the second attempt to move higher was found with very aggressive selling, came all the way back down here and made a new low for the day. So this is a bearish development. We have support in around the 35 to 31 area. This is a known support area, so we want to take a look to see if the market overnight can this support area hold. If it cannot, then of course that would be very bearish, and we would expect another leg down. If it can hold, then there's no reason. We may even come up to this area in here, maybe even this area in here. But there's a lot of give and take, a lot of back and forth, a lot of opportunity in day trading right now, so these are the areas we want to monitor going into tomorrow. Here's the individual profiles, and you can see that we had a very large, what we call the initial balance range, which is just the first hour of trading, was this area right in here. And oftentimes when we have that, you don't expect a lot of follow through. So just a little bit above and just a tiny bit below. And this helps us, of course, to monitor the type of day we're having and then make better sense of the condition of the market. As far as our trades were concerned today, we had I think we had 9 trades today. And we first of all got on board long trade in here. We had a couple of deceleration bars here, so we had a couple of opportunities to get long. So we had 3 trades early in the day there, all making us some money. So that was nice to see. It was right in sync with what the market was doing. We had another long trade here that worked out very well, and even another long trade here that worked out well. So we had 5 trades. The first 5 trades of the day went very well. Then we ended up with a break-even trade here as we tried to get short. We had another trade here to try and get long. Unfortunately, we were stopped out on that one. And then another trade here to get short. We were stopped out on that one. So we did have 2 stop outs. We had one final trade late in the day right in here. It did reach our first objective, so it was a break-even trade. So when this market got really volatile, as it tested into the new high here, we tried to get long. Going into that, barely got stopped out just by 2 ticks, and then it had its move higher. So that was kind of unfortunate in that regard, because this long trade that we got in here was actually a good trade, because that market from our entry price rallied some 4 points. So we just got nicked on that one. But the last short of the day, we're just a little too early, because the market went up and actually made a 1 tick new high, just stopping us out and then turning around and having a really good sell. So we had a couple of trades here that really did make a lot of sense from market logic perspective and how we look at make sense of the market. The long here was a good trade, but just stopped out. And our short trade here, just a little bit too volatile. So the long trade here, it was nice and it had a good rally up, and just like the short trade here, obviously had the tremendous sell-off coming down. Of course, we had no way of knowing it was going to be that extreme, but our short in here just barely getting stopped out with the new high of the day, the excessive volatility. So too bad to get stopped out on those 2 trades, because in essence they were really defining the auction quite nicely, and just getting nicked on them. So this kind of volatility, it's likely to continue. We need to monitor below the market today, 35 to 31. If that can't hold, then look out below. Otherwise, a rally up into perhaps the 46 area is our next area of resistance, and then around 849. So that's really what we're looking at as far as the upcoming trades and the kind of market opportunities for tomorrow. We are, of course, at eMiniDayTrader.com, or send us an email at info@eMiniDayTrader.com. We'd like to hear from you. And that'll be it for Wednesday, April 22nd, 2009.